Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, ImperialDane, your master propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland, off here to a 2v2 on Vaux Farmlands. In the west, it is the ImperialDane himself, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, and Duffman as well here, forming up the 111th Panzer Brigade, with elite armoured featuring 221s, emergency repairs, Panzer Commander, heat shells, Sturmtigers, and I've got strategic reserves with assault gunners, the Panzer IV Model J, breakthrough packages, mobile observation posts, and the Tiger Ace. In these, it is Ikarbo and PappyoDaniel forming up a combined allied task force of the 7th Armoured Division, backed up by the 2nd Infantry. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters. Without them, this episode would not be possible, so big thanks to you who support me via Patreon. Other people could join the ranks by pledging on Patreon or donating via PayPal. And also, a comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. Help the video reach out to as many people as humanly possible. Anyways, in the south here we got Duffman rushing ahead. There's PappyoDaniel also moving southwards there. Northwards, I got MD42 and Grenadiers with Pioneer support moving in as well for Deutschland. I'll be mixing up some Grenadiers with Assault Grenadiers here. Some players like to go all in on the Assault Grenadiers. I'm increasingly finding a mix of Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers tend to be a fairly solid force combination. Going for Northern Fuel Point, but I'm swinging up here for here since that more likely I'm able to catch someone off guard. Here's to go for Northern Fuel Point there. We got Ikarbo that's using points here. There we go. Assault Grenadier squad filling up here with their new delightful infantry skins. I really like them. They also look really cool in winter. First engagement south here, though, as Duffman catches the Ralph squad here, kicking in the doors, breaking windows, and opening up those for downtown McCannon. Up north here, Grenadiers flanking the section here, catching them by the fuel point. As they leg in sandbags, MD42 arriving. Note, I will not have the MD42 assist. In fact, I'll set it up to prevent anyone from assisting the engagement here. Got the Pioneers going to assist here instead. And there you go, section caught with MD42. Bit risky, honestly, but at the same time, the Pioneers can arrive on time. It shouldn't matter too much. Sabres on the way there for Ikarbo as well. There we go, section down to 2 men, forced away. Got the assault gunners moving forwards there in the south here. Duffman and PappyoDaniel continue class here for Deutschland. Sandbags down here, grabbing the center munitions point there. Section flanking about here. Assault gunners should be able to deal with them aggressively up north here. Steadily moving ahead here with the Pioneers, the MD42 remaining reserve, and the gunners ground the point there. Go sprint forwards here, ambulance for Pappy. Quick retreat here from Ikarbo, as obviously he's got no intention of dealing with that. Going for an MD42 there. Truck on the way for Duffman. Guessing perhaps not a fast 2-1. There could still be a 2-1 involved. Down here, these soldiers basically get swarmed and will have to retreat. Seizing points here so far fairly decently. Position the machine in a bit since I'm concerned there could be a flank from the south. MD42 halfway done. Back at the Allied base, we got Ikarbo who's tagged up. And we got the ambulance out for PappyoDaniel. Tank traps in the center there. Pappy Ballers yet to take up. Bit noteworthy here. British player flanking around, obviously trying to avoid running into my MD42. We got mines on the crossroads. Good spot there. Second MD42 done, and I'm taking up immediately. Reinforcing the assault grenadiers. Schnell-ish. But good play here by Ikarbo, basically sort of sneaking around there, avoiding a main confrontation with me. And also disrupting my fuel ploy. That is really smart play by Ikarbo, and typically how you want to deal with these situations. So, solid play by Ikarbo, obviously not what I, in the moment, feel, but, you know, from caster's perspective, this is the right move. Section I push back, but then for 2 of the assault grenadiers moving in. Got the section pushing out in the south here. Duffman there, with a lot of forces clashing up. Ralph squads there moving in, ambulance backing up. Nice aggressive play with the ambulance by PappyoDaniel, by the way. Thumbs up to that. That is good to see there. Assaulters pushing back the section. MD42 push back by the sappers. Gonna need to reinforce soon and then get upgraded with a light machine as soon as possible. Allied players have yet to commit to a commander here as of yet. Pioneers push back there. Assaulters hit the mine. Again, good investment there for Ikarbo. Nothing further on the base, though we do have the AC there as a possibility. Meanwhile, Captain on the way there for PappyoDaniel, very much classic. And there we go, we do get the 2-1 here, flanking around PappyoDaniel in the south. As the rest of Duffman's forces of the 111th Panzer Brigade is pushed back. Re-echelons, mauled by the Sturmpionier. There's a lot of action going on here, honestly. Heading for Northern Fuel Point, good play there by Ikarbo. Reinforcing. Gonna set up the light mechanized company and go for a 251 half track. We got medics and an officer here for Ikarbo as well in the British Army, the 7th Armoured. PappyoDaniel and the 2nd Infantry here going for tactical support with light machine guns, half tracks, recon runs, strafing runs, and the M4 Sherman Calliope. Gun is equipped with the LMG-42. Like to make a nice company up there. MG-42 going for the northern fuel point. 2-1 being hauled back as Duffman there is also holding his truck back. Guess it was on a rally point, he forgot about that. Section he caught, laying down sandbags, but the do manage to finish it in time. MG-42 getting up and Fulcher up no north. 250 on the way, got the assault guners putting head to assist a bit farther. And up here, Armored Car holding up the American advance so far. Things are looking a bit rough here for the 111th Panzer Brigade, which was a second series of Panzer Brigade. There was, I think, 2, maybe 3 series of Panzer Brigade, though if there was a third one, I've yet to find any sort of details on what they had. But second series Panzer Brigades were less snazzily equipped, more Stugs, Panther 4s, less Panthers and Jagdpanzers, and fewer half-tracks. I believe they still had some. Pioneers being up a captain of the section, they're forcing that back. For some reason, they moved the section out in front of the MG-42. That's a mistake because that allows the other section about to get suppressed. Now you go rifling it off as well. Forcing retreat here. Northern fuel pumping ceased, and they got the 250 and half-track rushing ahead here. Right frontline support for the Truppen. The Kedem out there for Duffman, who's sort of foaming about the south. Roaming in with the armored car fast. We got Ikarbo here with the AC Mark III, moving entry in force here. One wonder of the 250 and half track allows for frontline enforcement, nice and easy. Which is a really potent ability, plus I can just pop the grenadiers in, they can heal at the front line. That's also pretty snazzy. Repositioning my forces a bit here in the centre. Duffman clashing out here as PappyoDaniel looks to flank around the south here. Anti-aircraft up on the way there. And there go 2-1 catches PappyoDaniel's ambulance. Well, it is good to be aggressive with the ambulance. In some ways, you've got to be careful you don't get caught in a situation like that. And there we go. Duffman lights it on fire in the name of Deutschland. North here point being seized. Pushing back the opposite there with a good combined mechanized force there. Banhunt going off there on PappyoDaniel's infantry. Can begin equipment with the LMG 30 or LMG there in a few moments. Got the half tech, got the AC out there, and I got a pack 30 on the way since you know the half tech is going to be a fairly tempting target for any armored cars. I'm going to lay down some Regal mines because you know I can just do that more easily while the pioneers are busy wiring off stuff. Mortar placement up here for Ikarbo. Half tech out there, swinging towards the centre here. Trying to order the half mine there, but if it's too close, the half track refuses to move, so I just had to place it on like under it. Machine gun center being engaged here. Duffman arriving here, and then Dis arriving. Pack 40 has arrived. And I quickly hold the half track out of there once I've laid down the Regal mine, so I don't get, you know, the mine set off under the half track, for example, or even accidentally give it away there to the Allies. That's it. Most German players never, ever, ever lay down Regal mines, so there's a good chance the Allies aren't expecting it remotely. And he's a bit swamped, need to retreat those. Duffman clashing around here in the centre. We got the medics on the way there for Duffman. Worth noting, no flak half track because he wants to push for faster armour. Ikarbo by the way the underplay without a doctor now. He's being pushed back. Reposition the machine and give it a bit. Pack 40 arriving. Half track nearby. Section push reports. Come on, chaps. This place seems safe. No Germans. Oh, bother. And before team, there you go, acting as bait, the AC moves into the telemine, the wheel goes off, I imagine. Pop smoke, but they're going nowhere. They're going nowhere. There we go. Obviously, this would be a lot more impressive with a bigger tank, but you know, you get the idea. You get the idea. In the south here, Duffman having a hard time here with the anti-aircraft and PappyoDaniel. Mortar placement also definitely a problem here. I need to move towards the south to assist here, honestly, but I'm a bit too focused on the north at the moment. Going for a Panzer Grenadier squad. Sergeant Cody with the assault grenadiers, close to veterans 1. There you go, quickly hosing them down. Mines down here, good spot there by Ikarbo. I'm definitely being a bit too cautious here. Definitely a mistake by me, going for the southern point with MU-54. Good work by Duffman. Duffmensch. Going for a flank here, not bad, but I slightly spotted, plus I got the half-tech, which can also be of some use. Assault from the eastern point, Panther's Grenadiers on the move here. There we go. Officer, Sapper's caught here, machine being forced back. Even they wipe it, though, I can just quickly reinforce it. Got artillery called in here. Air going to the up here now, tanking to the British infantrymen. Assaultmen at the flank here. And of course reinforcing the offsame of the machine gun happening. Assaultmen at the flank here. Gonna try and get a wipe, but sadly I cannot land them. Despite most determined efforts, the white eludes me. And the south here, the Duffman going for a big engagement, getting the half-tech here. PappyoDaniel's positions completely crumbles here in the face of the MD-34 and the assault rifle equipped full grenadiers. Duffman strikes forward for Deutschland, tossing the Allies aside like discarded paper wrappings. Up north, smokes from north here to cover up the retreat here to ensure my assault grenadiers do not wipe his troops. Half-tech could move ahead. I could actually consider laying down some more regal mines. That would be a really good idea for me, honestly. But taking up is also a really good idea. Machine guns get moving. Duffman here making good progress in the south, sounding in the half-track. Thumbs up. A lot of players forget about that, but Duffman clearly is a commander of some worth here and knows he should salvage. And taking the way there for PappyoDaniel. We got Ikarbo with another assault here. Assault's moving back to reinforce. Panzers are being pushed back. Machine guns fighting a little bit slow on that one. Also should have cleared out the sandbag, so that's a definite mistake by me. That is a definite mistake. Quick grenade assault here. Pulling back towards the half-track again for reinforcements. Tech done. Popping into the half-track there. Because I'm down to one man. Honestly, a bit of a silly engagement. The Shakti just happened to half-track these for a few moments, heal them up, and then rush in the half-track up close. Definitely messed up on that account. There, good big flank here from... Oh, big flank, but a flank from PappyoDaniel here moving up behind me. Meanwhile, Duffman, though, is completely sweeping up the south here. Getting the mortar in place now. Really good flank here. Forcing PappyoDaniel to actually retreat here a bit here. Meanwhile, I'm forced to further fall back as it's definitely throwing a wrench into my plans. Saying that's a Promo Core here, and we got the Schwer Punter quarters up for Duffman. Flying out here, reinforcing, can also equip with a veteran squad leader. Smoke screen down here. Mortar emplacement still stands there for Ikarbo and the 7th Armored. Duffman being pushed back here in the center as PappyoDaniel strikes back, but still the south has been beautifully secured here by Duffman. And the 2nd Panzer Grenadier Company. Soldiers moving forwards here. Pushing back the section there, and there Golfs arrives, forcing me to retreat my assault grenadiers. Got no other troops immediately nearby. Can soon go for the Panther Moldier, which we'll go for as the first thing here, just as I'm not entirely sure as the resource situation in full. Plus, I kind of want the Panther Force. It is fairly effective, in my opinion, against infantry. Panther Grenadiers moving in there, half-track nearby. I still haven't laid down any regal mines for the half-track. Definite thumbs down by me, should lay down more. Particularly if I'm getting concerned about armor, laying down more regal mines is pretty good. Since any tank that can't move is pretty much toast. Bring it off here. Dodging though, Panther's going to be laying down a lot of fire here. There you go, rafting it off. Almost getting wiped, but once more I think the officer escapes. Or does he actually go down this time around? No. Bastard gets away. In the south, a bit of harassment, PappyoDaniel cutting off Duffman's action to the fuel. Thumbs up. Then, of course, my action to the fuel as well. North here pushing up with a section of the anti-tank gun. Healing up the gun inside the half-track. Forcing from the south here. Parnesius on the point. Half-track under fire. Gunneers moving in there. And machine sitting up the flank here. Obviously got its position to have. We got 430 versus 452. Half-track just turning up, gaining Metsu 2 Bellways. It does have shared experience. Panther moving forwards here. 6-pound gun shoots, hits a fish in the middle of the pond, which wondered what it did wrong. If it could, it's a fish. But they got caught here by the Vickers and the sprint section. They've got a bung grenade off the Kabad Laden, lands right in the midst here and wipes the entire Vickers crew. A beautiful setup. The half-track center coming in to assist quickly. Gunneers popping in. Heavy garrison cover this a second. That's it. That's the wooden structures. It may not be as good here. And the Bren section, I think, have got double Brens, so the Grenadiers are sadly not favoured. We've got a second section around there. Good work by Ikarbo upgrading. Panther 4 on the way from me. The assault Grenadiers also should be on the move, but aren't. And I really should just use the time to get the half-track to safety. The MD-42, though, helps stabilise here and prevent any further pursuit for now. Pioneers falling back. Pack 4 remaining with Serb. The south here, Duffman once more reclaiming lost territory in the name of Deutschland. PappyoDaniel wants to swing up behind here, though with the medics. Well, they're definitely only going to find MD-42 bullets. No wounded. Panther 4 Moldier halfway done. More flank here from Duffman looking to put pressure on PappyoDaniel. His men also heavily equipped with light machine guns, though they can't be double equipped. Turns out that was too good. So they can only have one. But they can have a BAR and a Browning light machine gun. Fun fact. Most players just never bother with it. Smoke's down again to disrupt my position. Gunning's being fought, they're taking a lot of damage. Fix up the half-track. Soldiers are dealing with the flankers, and there you go. The Panzerfull Mollier is ready. The Panzerkampfwagen 4 aus von Jod. Oberstleutnant here for Duffman. Thumbs up. Nice investment here. Though I imagine PappyoDaniel is probably not sharing that in sentiment. Lost my machine gun here to a flank from the officer. Definitely a mistake there with me, by the way. Shouldn't have kept the machine gun out for that long. Good exploit there by Ikarbo, but there you go. Panzerfull arriving. The south here. The Oberstleutnant continues to clash here as artillery fire threatens to knock them in. Baggage reinforcing healing. Got a Mechanized Radiant. Looks like Duffman is playing straight for the King Tiger. Typically, nothing I'd advise. Got the support package in the Pioneers. Getting ready to rush the northern fuel point here. Panzerfull covering up the flank. No pinlock machine gun. And still, by the way, haven't laid down any additional Regal mines. Smoking down here. Smoking from the Panzergrenadier. As they get that with the Doctrine. There we go, flanking the section here with the assault guns, the half-track and the Pioneers. Tearing through the Ikarbo's men. Shoot them, Ludwig! Leave none alive! Sis runs for... Do we have like any historical battles against the British we suck? We took a beating in... North Africa? Let's not think about that one, actually. Grenade assault in the section here. Panzer thing rolled up. Didn't get a wipe there either. Assault guns again, Metro 3. Half-track moving forward to Panzerfull as well here. Flank to collapse in northern position. The south here, Duffman. There's once more pushed back by PappyoDaniel. Filters charging ahead here. Mechanized readying up and are calling in another assault grenadier squad. Because I do need more infantry. Typically, again, I prefer having 4 infantry squads, and having more assault grenadiers isn't half bad. They could also have gone for Panzer Grenadier. South here, Duffman launching an assault there. We got a strafe run move in to try and disrupt this assault here from Duffman's furious full grenadiers. Maybe there seems to be one being caught in it. Fun fact, the Americans did have an issue with friendly fire in Normandy. And air support. And I think other places too. Fix up the half-track. Got the Hammer company there. And we got also take down there for PappyoDaniel. He's bringing up more anti-tank guns because he's probably realising he's on the receiving end of a lot of tanks. It does look like Duffman is going to go straight for the Königstiger. And seems like he can get out fairly fast again due to the fuel control we've been able to exercise against the Allies. But, you know, still fairly risky. And obviously, I should be laying down Regal mines while I still have the time. And again, I am not. I am very disappointed myself on this one. Very disappointed. Also holding out here. Got the assault with the officer. That is definitely a one-sided engagement. And the assault gunners will need to retreat. Like getting them all off. Meanwhile, I'm lining up here for the next push, going for another Panzerfull Model J. May fill up some Stuks after that. They got 378 versus 452. Lining up my troops in the half-track, the Mittlere Schützenpanzerwagen. Heading southwards again. I'm starting to realise again, you know, they're pushing on Duffman, so bringing my Panzerfull to assist here, maybe in the half-track. Got the Oberstleutnant clashing out here, flanking around here, surrounding PappyoDaniel's forces in the south here by the farmstead. Very good. Bound grenade off, that didn't do anything. Panzerfull running back up by the Panzergrenadier here. Pushing back those. This honourable gentleman, capturing force with blend cover grenade here, having suffered quite a little bit of damage from that. And there go back flank. Panzerfull is not moving fast enough. That's a definite mistake here by me. Thumbs down for me. Not assisting Duffman fast enough. That is definitely inexcusable. Section up, got a trench down here by the way from Ikarbo. But again, I'm also slightly concerned about the British play up north, but still, I definitely should be realising again there's something happening in the south. They should be moving forces faster to assist against this. So, but ultimately, not much of an excuse here. Push back here though. Lining up for fresh positions. Got the troops still in the half-track in reserve. In fact, reposition a bit better so they can more easily rack further south if need be. 6-pounder gun moving forwards. Got to stay running again. Heavy machine gun for the second Panther Force there, good. There we go. King Tiger out for Duffman. 20-minute mark. That's actually fairly fast for a King Tiger. Again, partly due to the good focus on the fuel points on the map. Again, some players will focus too much in the center and then neglect the fuel. Duffman very wisely did not do that. And of course, neither did I. Koenigsegg moving forwards here. Good hit on the section. Got the Panzer Commandant for increased accuracy and line of sight. Allowing the King Tiger to make use of its big gun much better. Also allows for artillery call-ins. There you go, anti-tank them up. Shot bounces. Shot on the flank, though, does not bounce. Lining up an armoured force here. Not a lot of defence here, but I do like reconnaissance. Though technically I do have it for the half-track. If we set it up, they can fire flares. Scout ahead. But I'm too caught up here now. I'm moving towards the centre, getting to assist there. Duffman lining up for a big push here with his King Tiger, backed up by a lot of infantry. Got the Panther for the half-track on the move here, swinging to assist there. Sections caught by the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Almost got a wipe here. And once more gets... Oh, actually get the wipe. Bren gun dropped. Adding in mine switch to the Pioneers finally. Definitely a bit too slow on that one. Koenigsegg on the rifle squad. Got the option of popping in here. King without the mine. And spinning around with a Bren gun for his hip. Good Lord, Terrence. Your mother always thought you'd be a disappointment, not like this. Stug on the way here. They'll probably also consider mortar at this point. Pushing south to the Koenigsegg. But yeah, I definitely... There we go. Mortar on the way. They've got Nartin Mouth in the south here. Duffman pushing ahead. Tank through PappyoDaniel something lines as PappyoDaniel briefly open up the fuel supply once more for the 2nd Infantry and the 7th Armoured Divisions. Smoke string down here from Ikarbo, moving forwards. Lining up for a push here, by the way. Got the soldiers on the flank here in the south. Duffman seizing as much as he can. Jack's on the way there for PappyoDaniel. Ikarbo is still ages away from any armor himself. Like, we've been able to starve the Alice out of fuel. And they haven't, say, built any fuel caches, like, you know, focuses particularly hard on either fuel point. Tanks lining up, mortars setting up here. After that, getting ready. Note, I will be waiting the Pioneers to pop into the half-track with a minesweepers, since that way, in case he's been laying down mines here, I don't have to worry about doing a mechanized assault. Little trick there, by the way. Since they can spot mines from the side of the half-tracks. Which still makes more sense than when units can clear up mines from inside a building. There you go, getting ready. Gonna be slightly scouting ahead here, but gonna deploy smoke roughly around here, since that's where I expect the opponent to have the positions. Jack's moving in. Smoke down the flank lines directly on the trench, when he's about to get wiped out. Too slow to retreat there by me. Half-track rushing in first. Panther Force following up. Stug should be sent in soonish, but for some reason does not get the order, does not arrive. There you go, popping a set of charge on the trench. Clearing out the trench and the machine gun. Stug still not moving. Panther Force moving about. He anti-tank setting up there. Soldiers did not pop at the half-track. Pioneers to shoot too soon. Assaulty is definitely going a bit pear-shaped for me. The Stug finally gets the order through to move after many repeated urgings to bloody well do so. Cost me both of my Panther Forces. I did not expect both and Pappy's anti-tanks to survive. Then again, should have scouted ahead with the flares first for the half-track, honestly. Could have planned out better, and also should have gotten it again, probably planned out the Stug a bit better somehow. Till he called in here, as now PappyoDaniel or Duffman exploits the complete response to my major assault here to basically control the center, completely disrupting PappyoDaniel and Ikarbo's control the center here. So it did cost me 2 tanks. I think it's fair to say, nonetheless, had a bit of an impact there on the Allies. Entertainment they destroyed, multiple entertainments abandoned, should of course be destroyed. After they're holding back. The half-track, by the way, survived all of that, surprisingly enough. Panzer was grabbing the MG-42. But again, I could have saved that. It was just sloppy play by me. Koenigsegg finding out the advancing rifle squads there. PappyoDaniel, 2nd Infantry, moving in to close the gaping wound in the front line there. King Tiger with 11 kills. Got a Yak Panzer here for Duffman and for Deutschland. Popping Panthers into the half-tech to heal them up. Moving troops to the front line. Pack Ford nearby as well. Bring in another Sturmgeschütz up here with armor. And they quickly grab the anti-tankers up. Mistake there by me. I should have moved in to quickly destroy them with the Stug. Thumbs down. That was a big mistake by me, by the way. Big one. Allowing the opponent to get 3 anti-tanks that could have been destroyed. Again, no excuses. No excuses whatsoever. Jackson out there. Got the Yak Panzer out there for Duffman. Pushing for the centre up north, a bit of skirmishing, but the Panthers with the MD for 2 catching the section here. Half-tech also supporting. 4 kills. Panium not paying attention to the Panther Grenadiers. That's a definite mistake when you've got the Pioneer swinging with the Bren gun. 6-pound gun, they're firing away. There you go. Got them caught here by the MD42 in the half-track. And of course, immediately reinforcing nearby. Got the also flank up here, quickly retreating in the face of the mighty Sturmgeschütz. Centre once more briefly relieved here for the Allies. Grenade assault him to catch the retreat. Close one there, but once more not quite. We can deal with the captain, leaving the anti-tank exposed. Will I grab it or will I destroy it? I should destroy it though if I can't grab it. Mortar fire off there. Looking to deny me the anti-tank, I suspect. There we go, moving in the Stu to deal with that. Darthman's Königstigen through the centre. Trying to hit there, but none of the shots missed from my 2 Stu crews. There we go, almost got it. In the centre there, Königstiger falling back here. Got the anti-tank. I need to hold back the Stu before I lose them. Fix up the Mittlerer Schützenpanzerwagen. In the south here we got PappyoDaniel pushing against Duffman's southern positions, as Duffman is steadily moving towards the centre here. And so are the Allies. I mean, they could probably exploit this with a big push to the south, actually. Completely throw off Duffman. So far they seem more intent on well, actually focusing down on me. Directly on the half-track here. Duffman moving towards the centre. Got the Panthers with MD42 engaging the Rifle Squad. A pretty potent combo. Complete wipes Rifle Squad, leaving a light machine gun there for my men to grab. And using the assault gun to grab that. Giving them a bit more long-range firepower to go along with that short range. For a really weird weapons profile overall in that squad. Quick grenade assault there. Sadly, they do not get to fire it on the move. Triple anti-tanks here making it a bit tougher for King Tiger to push through. You could consider a light infantry gun for some smoke screens. That would make, I think, a King Tiger push pretty potent. Meanwhile, Ikarbo and the same with Armour launch up for another northern push. He is closing in on a comet, but there's still plenty of time to go. And I'm just trying to get my stuff in order while, the Allies keep pushing in against me. It's either the Americans or the British, which makes it very difficult for me to, actually build up my forces and stabilize for any prolonged period of time. And still need to go for more infantry too, honestly. Got smoke hold in the machine gun. Big infantry horde they're moving up. Got tank hunter section there by from Ikarbo, who's gone for special weapons. Forgot to mention that. Pioneer's about to get murdered. Going for another Panzerkampfwagen 4 as from Jod. I could try for a Sato charge in advance of the attack there. Half-tech needs to pull back further. MD42 doing what he can. We got artillery called in on the position. Assault is trying to flank quarter step by Vickers. In the centre, Duffman holds out there versus PappyoDaniel, who's definitely dug in the village proper. Stugsky found with the machine gun, and so is the half-tech. 7 kills on that one. Panther for Mulgay halfway done. Got the Panthers. This always need to get moving. Schnell. Half-tech taking damage from the machine gun fire. While taking the armor, half-tech is still a slightly enough armor it can actually be damaged by infantry. And sadly, the half-tech's going to go down to that. Mortar nearby, there's also fun moving up. Anti-tank gun nearby. Infantry following the move here in the centre. Duffman there once more finding himself repulsed by PappyoDaniel and the 6-pounder gun there. South side is seeing a very little action at this point. Panther arriving. Mortar fire landing down death. Pioneers assault gun with his Panzergrenadier. Got to spread forwards here. Of course, the Panthers can pop a smoke grenade, which is exactly what they're going to do. Jack's moving in here to assist. got 266 versus 413. Send a quick strafing run here in the south, going for the point there. In the centre, Duffman, Jackson, Yak Panther coming up there while the King Tiger is doing repairs. Veterancy 2. Panther arriving. 6-pounder gun repositioning a bit here. Mortar emplacement still at it. Veterancy 3. And a Comet found away the Ikarbo and the British. But they really should, I think, just try and like make a major shift towards the south and swing through that instead of like the north, where I'm fairly well entrenched. Whereas again, the south is fairly wide open. And I mean, they're kind of sort of making the mistake again some players make on Vaux Farmlands, which is focused too much in the centre. I know some players do not like Vaux Farmlands, which is probably because again they can't just park the Ross and like, you know, cover for, like, you know, a good chunk of the map. One reason I actually like Vaux Farmlands, it actually forces players to be aware of manoeuvre and positioning much more than in other maps. Commandant here though for Ikarbo. Almost got the 6-pounder gun they destroyed. Jackson on the move, Stooks they're being repaired, Pioneers being fallbacks. Forcing healing, bringing another Panther squad to sadly lost the other one. I'm really short on infantry now, by the way. Not good for me. Duffman meanwhile has plenty of them. He's got 2 Opposition squads too. That is really good. Infantry being mauled here by the 2 Stooks. And the Pioneers with a Bren gun. Panther arriving. They're moving more in armour towards the north here, while Duffman slowly pushes with Koenigsegger bouncing off mortar rounds. Swinging the Panther over to Jackson and the Comet. Duffman launching another attack through the village. As they're so focused up north on me that they allow Duffman to make the assault somewhat safely. But obviously that is relative. To a large degree, Panther will get knocked out. Anti-tank section there, causing problems when we got the heat shield and the Comet. More shots fired there, pulling back with everything I can. Got the Panther, the assaulters arriving here. Got the strafing run in. Comet taking a lot of damage. Stu getting into before getting knocked out. Duffman meanwhile getting control of the centre here. Assault's coming up. Got the tank hunter section. I've got 1 Stug out of that. In the end though, in the south here, the Duffman punches through. Devastating whatever PappyoDaniel's got left. And I think they lost a lot of their anti-tanks in the process, plus a pack howitzer. So again, while they were focusing on me, Duffman was able to make fairly easy progress because, like, you know, most of their heavy guns were sighted completely elsewhere. Another Jackson there for PappyoDaniel. So he's going for a flank up north here. 11 kills on those Pioneers with the Bren guns. Got the assault guns with the LMG moving in. 28 kills on the mighty Koenigsegger. Getting the King Tiger there. We got heat shields up, but there goes straight into the Lardo anti-tank instead of pushing it down to half health fast. King Tiger almost knocked out here. That could be quite painful for the Yak Panzer. Get a great hit there on the Jackson. Assault's being pushed back. Nasty encounter with the British infantry. Got the machine abandoned out the road. My force is certainly a bit haggard at this point. Going for the car on there. Pioneers being mauled there by the section with all the Bren guns. Got the assaults, got the mortar. There we go. Charging forts für Deutschland.
Our base is under attack.
Grenade off here. A cannon bomb. Close getting up here in the second. There goes assault grenades. Completely tear through them with MP40s. They're schmeissers. In the center, PappyoDaniel launches a frantic, desperate assault here. With Captain Jones of the 3rd Company there leading the assault. The King Tiger still awaiting repairs here. Another Panther full Mollier for me. If possible, I should consider half-track and, you know, probably should consider some mines. Actually, I've got plenty of munitions to spare on mines, but I'm completely dropping the ball on that one, honestly. And the Allies really should be focusing more on the south. Again, they are definitely something a bit too much here. Tunnel mission in the centre. And on me. Yak Punch, the bouncing a shot. Good hit there from the Yak Punch. Heat shield punch right for the Commons armor. They're finally pushing harder on Duffman, but this means my Stu coming from the north to flank them then. Good hit there. Veterans 1 gained. Heat shell open. And of course with the wrath of the Sturmgeschütz hanging above them like the sword of Damocles, they are quick to disengage. They'll push to fire with the Stug here. Almost got the Comet though. King Tiger there gaining veterans 37 kills. Panther 4 arriving. Troops reinforcing. Machine remains dug in the north here, manned by valiant Panther Grenadiers. Stug dodges a few hits here, but gets knocked out ultimately. Continue heavy fighting on the village centre, while again ignoring the south. And not me. Panther forming northwards, adding the penalty machine gun. Comet being fixed up again. Now the Vickers, another section of Ikarbo. Donald Jackson's every bit of threat into the King time. We got the Yak Panther moving forwards again, and up north the Ikarbo lining up for another push for there. He's trying to get the fuel. Got the Pioneers, the assaulting forts, they're spotting a mine. Should actually upgrade those other Pioneers over the support package and the hazard remove of maybe a flamethrower. Assault spreading in after that into tank and Panther going for another fuel point here. Comet almost fixed up. There's multiple abandoned anti-tank guns. Quick rudder though by counter-attack there by the British, but the machine gun is very much exposed there to the Panzerkampfwagen 4, and I'm still not laying down mines or anything. Got the mortar supporting here, Duffman in the centre there. Vets do too, but unfortunately no kills. Of course that will depend on perspective. Moving up again for another push against me. Quickly falling back here, trying to line up for a new defensive position. You got the Pack 40 ready, MD42 ready. While they move towards the centre, his Duffman launching another assault here for Deutschland. Third Panzer Grenadier Company under me holds the line for now. South side is just seeing absolutely nothing. They're practically on vacation down there. Drinking Ersatzkaffee and eating Panzerschokolade. Up north, MD14 in the section with a Stug on the way for me again. Duffman floating quite a bit of manpower meanwhile. I wish I could flow that much manpower. MD14 with the section there. 38 kills on the Königstiger. Quick doing self-repairs there. We got more trenches for Ikarbo. Now the smoke screen. I mean, good use of smoke screens by Ikarbo, by the way. Thumbs up to that. 132 versus 411. Setting up in the ditch here with the MD42 assault wing to contest. Grenade assault here. Pack 4 land to get in the Comet section. They're routed. Fierce resistance here from the 3rd Panzer Company, or Panzer Grenadier Company of the 111th Panzer again, 2nd Company holding up in the centre here. And he's just coming to double Yak Panzers. He lost one, he just goes all in on them. You can't fault him. They do seem to combo well with the Königstiger. Just been caught here, Panther going blazing in there, Stug ready. Stug moving forwards, section being mauled. Assault on the flank here, keeping things further safe. More smoke here from the British. Rushing in the assault needs to contest. Back edge reinforcing. Coming forwards. Shot bounces there off the Comet's frontal armour. We got 84 versus 411. Comet there pushed back. Yak Panzer out there for Duffman. They got the centre. They got the northern pond right in neutral. Stug moving in then back. Got the 6-pounder gun providing excellent current fire across the pond here. And my forces just continue to be in a state of tatters. It just can't quite muster enough strength to launch a full assault here at the moment. But there you go. Pack 4 lands at the Comet. White phosphorus shell devastates the machine gun crew. Jackson there getting Panther fast. The Duffman launches a small incursion there with infantry into the village's eastern reaches. And the south side again is just, you know, on the 3rd packet of Panzerschokolade. And we finally got a tank out here from PappyoDaniel. I mean, the Allies really have not gone for a lot of tanks. North of Graham, Northern Victory Point. Comet Vickers there. We got a second Comet there for Ikarbo. Vaux Farmlands got in the Comet. Pioneers caught up with the Vickers. May want to bring up my mortar northwards to assist there. And another Sturmgeschütz to deal with all the British armour and the tank destroyers. In the centre there, Duffman holds the line once more for Deutschland. 41 kills, closing in on Veteran 4. It's actually pretty rare to see King Tiger do so well. But also pretty rare to see King Tiger called in so early. Got a northern point here briefly. Smokes north here from my Granatenwerfer.
Infantry unit being wiped out. The enemy has only 50 points.
Running after another push here, and there goes second Stu ready for me. King Tiger moving ahead here, direct hit from the Jackson. Artillery called in the anti-tank gun as well. North the Ikarbo makes another push. Another massive smoke screen to support the assault. I'm holding in whatever I can hold in. I really should have brought in a half track sooner. Grenade assault off here. 24 points left. Moving anything to contest. Panther Stuck along the line. Stuck on the fire machine. Sending up here down to just Ludwig though. Got 15 points left. Forced off the point. 12. Stuck's about to get knocked out. Stuck running from the south here. Mortar can support technically. Comet rushing in. Anti-tank improve finally expires. Perishes in the face of British firepower. In the centre there, PappyoDaniel also close to breaching, but the opposite side and block it, preventing him from hitting neutral as well. And there goes Sherman up in smoke. And with that, it is GG. Game over. 42 minutes exactly. A brutal fight here on Vaux Farmlands, highlighting the, I think, powered bit of half-techs when I still had it. And the opposite should lay down more regal mines. In the end, though, I think the Allies ultimately slightly sacked the match for themselves because, again, as I mentioned, they over-focused so much in the centre. They ignored focus on the south, which was very likely to defend. I think if they just made a big swing from the north centre to the south centre, I think it'd been a much better position. They also could have caught Duffman off guard. And they could also exploit me in a weak condition, not being able to immediately assist Duffman. So I feel like the Allies here definitely misread the situation and strategically made the wrong calls, which are going to allow me and Duffman to do the job there. Obviously, again, I could lay down more mines as said, could have gone for some half-tech sooner, could also maybe had some other elements here and there, but I think overall I did as well as I could, considering I was basically the Allied punching back for a good part of the fight. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is ImperialDane, cheers, thank you for watching, I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.